I heard a calamity on the other end, and I just only assume Lynn fell down a canyon.
I put a coffee pot away. How is that a calamity?
It sounded very, very chaotic for a minute.
Weird.
Hey, it's your mic, not mine. Anyway, hi, it's Monday, and we're gonna be playing games. That's how this works.
I want this dragon's head.
You want a dragon tattoo? I would also love a dragon tattoo. Maybe of a specific dragon with 5 heads. That'd be a cool tattoo.
Yeah.
I
Look at
thought
that
you were
sick.
gonna say Thundershot, and I'm like, oh.
No,
Yes,
You
a
don't want
chunky
a
dragon
tattoo
tattoo.
my son.
Look at
Hi,
that
welcome
fucking
to Rise of Tiamat, where the gay autistic who is obsessed with dragons gets to DM a game about dragons. How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, we have a pet pudgy dragon in this game. Oh, we already had
We
one.
do.
Yeah,
We
his
do.
name is-
I was about to say, yeah, his name's Henry, and he's on the other side of your screen.
Oh, that yeah. Wait, no, Henry's not here.
Oh, he's making his way. Calm down. He has tiny legs.
I would offer Daisy as a replacement, but she's napping.
Oh,
Baby.
she's snoring like she works a 10-hour shift. It's hard
She
work.
snores like a bear.
Hard work. There's the dragon. Oh.
Oh, look at that! Look at that roar!
Look at him.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So we're playing Rise of Tiamat. This is a 5th edition module out of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, published by Wizards of the Coast, as we know them. Know them, love them, controversially, whatever. So, anyway, do we have any fun announcements going on before we get into
I have a
tonight's
flying
tragedy?
dragon.
That's a beautiful dragon.
Oh,
I'd say we need pug dragons, but then I realized I already made one. So
Yeah.
Hey.
Look at Henry flying. He snailed it.
He snailed it.
yeah,
That joke
okay.
was so bad, but yeah, I'm still a smarty choke. You're a smarty choke.
Did you print?
I'm
those
sorry
somewhere?
for all this. I'm sorry for
Bilingual
all
skills.
this.
Those bilingual skills came in clutch for that one.
I'm sorry for all the bad jokes and the worst.
Do not apologize. They're great.
Oh.
Wait,
She just got it. Welcome to the show, Sydney. Welcome to the show.
I'm so sorry. No, I said wait because Discord didn't let me just like.
No. Oh, there you go. I
There you go,
forgot.
Jeremiah.
I have the,
That hit that.
God, I keep forgetting we have those.
soundboard.
We need to fucking like work with that.
We forgot about the soundboard.
Soundboard.
Anyway.
Oh, I do. There is an announcement. There is a band that we have beef with, like collectively as a organization, as a group, as a family. This band is called.
I was unaware of this beef.
It's now we're bringing it up to the forefront. They're called Conquer Divine.
Conquer Divine.
What?
Oh,
What
the
is that?
Yeah.
So,
This is like an actual band.
it's an actual band. So, like, we need a.
Oh, when they create their IP.
I don't fucking know. They're like
okay.
touring like with Black Dahlia and Lana Shore and other good
Lamb
big
of God.
bands and Lamb of God and
Wow, crazy.
Danzig.
Evanescence, Ginger,
You get-
5 figure
Wow.
punch.
That one the festival that me and Jeremiah want to go to that we can't because we're not going to fucking Virginia because it's too expensive. But yes, they're in part of the lineup and we're like, we're gonna go.
Just wear your shirts.
Yeah, and yeah, that's how we get
Yeah.
VIP passes.
There you go. Good job.
They misspelled it, not us.
The fans are probably like, "Hey, you spelled that wrong."
No,
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be funny.
no, actually,
That's where you insert that shameless self plug.
yeah,
Like, oh no, here.
it's like $1,000 fucking trip just to get a couple of fans.
Very nice. But up. Oh. That's interesting. Mind reading with cards. Ooh, that sounds like my gimmick.
You gotta get a gimmick.
So, there's just people taking your IP everywhere, man. You gotta lawyer up on that.
Time to slap that TM on this baby.
Yeah, get your patent ready.
Also, apparently the Conquer Divine like band that's touring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the song. It's not their band name, so that's good.
Well, there is a band that's called Conquer Divine that's on that show.
You gotta bring up
I'm trying to Google them. There's a Conquer Divide. I can't find a Conquer Divine.
Well, my dyslexic ass misread then at the end of the show.
Look. Well, while you guys fact check that, I'm gonna be over here running the game. So
It's gonna be in the back burner.
yeah, just zip that to the back burner. Anyway, that's all of our announcements. I mean, unless you're gonna be in Cincinnati Memorial Weekend.
I will
Dogs
be.
barking. There's this really cool
It's
siege thing
kind of
happening.
in Cincinnati. It's
Kind
kind
of.
of in Cincinnati.
Around the Ohio area. If you're in around the Ohio area, this is to all 5 people watching us right now. Just if you happen to be in the neighborhood, Memorial Weekend, there is a barbarian siege happening where a bunch of beefy dudes in armor beat the crap out of each
Dudes
other.
and ladies.
Dudes and ladies. Thank you for the inclusivity. I appreciate the PC check, bro.
Dudes, ladies, and days all dressing up and kicking ass.
Dudes, ladies, and ladies. All dressed up in armor, beating the crap out of each other. It's gonna be a great time.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there's no more announcements, all the links are down below to everything. Then everything that's down there, just down below us on Twitch and hell somewhere.
Just go click.
Just go to hell and you'll find it. So there's a cat against my leg and that scared me. Let's do intros. Hi, I'm Vic. I'm gonna be your DM for the evening. / professional cat herder.
Hi, babe.
Hi. Nice of y'all to make it sound like an AA meeting.
We could have all been like, "Hi, Vic."
Not honestly.
Hi, Vic.
Hi. So, hey Tab, who are you playing?
Hey everybody, I am Tabatha. I'm playing Patient / Rosemary, the Tiefling Ranger / Sorcerer.
Nice. Hey Jesus, who are you playing?
Hi everybody, I'm playing Tarsius. Chadington. I went blank for a second. Minotaur, barbarian fighter who wants to do good and maybe paint some miniatures.
Good for him. I'm so proud of him. And for his sister, Jeremiah, who are you playing?
I am playing Cordelia Chadington, not Chadington. Cordelia Chadington, Medusa fighter rogue.
Nice. And coming up on probably contender for most traumatized at the moment, Sydney, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm playing Nicodemus D. Hawkins, Hawk the human knight.
Very nice.
Yes. Who is currently having his very first drink.
And lastly, for somebody who would say that they've been traumatized first and would call it, say, a vintage, Lynn, who are you playing?
I am playing Father Larkspur, the Tiefling Cleric of Ilmater.
Very nice. Very nice. So, I was actually surprised Jeremiah didn't read from his cup, but then I remembered he did the cards, so...
Oh, I have one more. Do you want one more?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Let's just christen us with one more.
What do you call cavemen that wander around?
What?
Neanderthals.
Hey, I love that.
Where's the thing?
I had to get on Discord on my phone because Discord on my computer is acting stupid. Someone else is going to have to do the drum thing.
Oh,
Hey.
thanks.
Everybody at once.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful intro.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Legs are
I'll
hot.
just point with my lips. I think that's easier.
Yeah, if you go like a, go over there. Yeah, I'll go. That way.
Yeah.
That's the proper way to tell directions.
That's proper Islander speak because we do it in Puerto Rico too. Anyway,
Just an update. We have a new bird customer.
we have a new
That
bird
I'm
customer
watching.
at Lynn's small bird business.
Hell
She
yeah.
runs a bird
It's a-
cafe.
It's a lady bluebird, blue jay.
Oh, very nice.
Oh.
Hello,
I should
madam.
name her.
Name
Madam.
her. Madam. Just name her
Madam.
Rhoda.
Ugh.
She's pretty.
Blue Jays have all the spite. Fun fact: Blue Jays are also corvids. I jumped ahead with the bird facts.
She's back.
I did it before Tabatha could.
I didn't know it was a competition.
Yes, they are.
She keeps taking the bird seed and then going elsewhere to eat it instead of staying so I can watch.
She wants to feel safe.
That
She's
bitch.
like, no, you just because you gave me free food doesn't mean you get a free show.
A lady doesn't show when she's eating.
I can see her in the tree.
I got nothing for you. Man.
She's doing it on her terms.
You want to come
Yeah.
yell at her?
Please drive up here and yell at this bird.
All right, let's pull up my notes that I totally had in front of me.
Did you?
Yeah, obviously.
You had so many notes.
All those
I had so many
notes.
notes. I had to go through like 5 million tabs.
All those notes.
Press square to doubt.
So, Hawk,
I'm gonna
I
name
will
the
bring-
bird
Hawk, I will bring you.
Patricia.
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 Oh, she's back.
Patricia.
Fucking Patricia.
It's like don't get me started.
Well,
All right.
Started.
We fucking I have a whole thing about Patricias and names that sound like Patricia. So that's a
There are
story for
names
later.
that sound like Patricia that aren't Patricia.
Yes, and that's a story for later because that's gonna be a long anecdote. So
Okay.
and it's work related, and I tell people that I stream, so I don't want to say it out loud. Okay.
I got a lady cardinal,
Oh,
Samantha.
beautiful. Samantha, why would you do that to me? Anyway, so you guys are in Binatuan, or rather what's left of it, as you had made your way into Termish to look for the wizard tower known as Zonthal Tower, because you had been given a tip that there is a member of the Cult of the Dragon looking to defect, and the prize that they offered for you was the Blue Dragon Mask, the final piece in the puzzle to bringing Tiamat into the material plane. So, you tried to piece together clues to find said tower. You ran into a blue dragon, Lenanthon, rescued several townspeople from Lenanthon, thinking that he was taking them away, but in actuality he was bringing them back from the tower. You learned this after encountering him once again in his lair, disguised as the bow of Hawk's sister. But everything kind of sort of came to a head as Binatuan was attacked by its own people, having been whisked away to Zonthal Tower, irrevocably changed into these draconic monstrosities due to Red Wizard experimentation. The townspeople now changed into abominations set upon townspeople. Red Wizards made their way into town to kind of collect what they could and finish the job. There were also shambling corpses of undead that were seen moving around as well, but there were also Red Wizards there, so that kind of goes hand in hand, just to those that know, but a noted detail regardless. As Hawk, you made your way to your parents' house to try to save them from this calamity that was happening. Unfortunately, you were unsuccessful, as your father and your mother both expunged these eye drakes, as well as their bodies being ripped to shreds to be transformed into these hollow dragon husks. You had to fight what was left of your parents as they lay waste to anything around them. And then a multi-headed dragon appeared, kind of descending from, the sky, and pretty much carrying the likeness as well as something related to Tiamat, as when she spoke as the Dragon Queen herself. She pretty much told you this was all your fault, for you were the one that provoked her. She took Helene, and you were unable to stop her as she swallowed your sister in her mouth and then flew off towards the mountains. You grieved for your parents. With the help of Larkspur, though, you were able to give your mother some peace, as he had spoke with her soul as it was still lingering. And when in the act of trying to revivify her, since there wasn't truly a body, and what was before you wasn't truly a creature, but a construct, he was unable to come back. But by the guidance of Bahamut, you were able to move her into the next life. So with her soul at rest, you were able to return to the Lucky You. As for everybody else, you helped the town guard clean up what was left of the Red Wizards, as well as the draconic abominations that were kind of shambling around. So, with that, we are back at the Lucky You. Everybody got their full rest. Everybody also leveled up and took their levels accordingly.
Yep.
So, let's...
Full rest.
Alright. So, it is more or less the next day, as you all are waking up at your own times, whether that be a little bit later than normal at your usual time, or not at all if you did not sleep. So, who would be waking up first? And what would you be doing?
Because if you said something of no sleep, I
Yes.
think with how Cordelia's feeling right now, she might not be she probably didn't fall asleep or anything like that.
Okay.
So
All
if I get exhaustion point, then I do, but I think she's awake.
Would you describe it as you just having a restless sleep where you were just waking up every odd hour, or did you
It's
just
that,
actively?
like she's tired after that whole ordeal,
Right.
so she is trying to go to sleep, but she will just keep waking up, nightmares or whatnot.
Okay. So, we'll say that you
So
will
I
take
just
that
got a
point of
short
exhaustion.
range, maybe. Sorry.
Roll me a d8.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
I'm so amazing. I did it. I have my dice ready. Wow.
And then you're gonna roll me
No
percentile dice
ready.
as well.
And percentile?
Yes.
Okay. The D8 is a 5.
Okay, so you got
For
5 hours
night.
of sleep, so we'll call that a short rest.
Okay. What's this? I think this is a 6. 2 zeros and a 6 is a 6, right?
Yes.
That's 6.
Yeah, that's a 6.
So, yeah, Cordelia, you would be in and out of sleep, as you would just be kind of laying in bed, staring up at the ceiling, trying to will your body to rest itself. And there would be pockets of where you close your eyes and you have that. Are you good?
You know I hate that word.
What word?
I'm not saying it.
What did I say?
I'm not saying anything because then you're going to use it against me.
Pockets?
Stop it! Ugh. You know I don't like that word.
No, I don't. I've never known that.
Oh, God.
I don't remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Now the internet knows.
I will.
Now you know.
I
Like
now know
reading
that.
it's fine, but I don't like the way it sounds, and it makes my shoulders.
You know,
go
I
up
can
into
get
my
it.
Okay, that's good to know.
I get it. Yeah.
I could see that. Okay, I got you. All right. There will be moments where you close your eyes and you find yourself finding a time like that you're starting to drift off. But then it's kind of like you close your eyes, but it feels like your eyes aren't closed, as in your mind you're picturing, what has happened the day before. You are seeing just the bodies strewn across town, the fires blazing and causing your skin to kind of itch and blister, and just hearing the defensive hissing of your snakes as they coil restlessly around your head, as it seems like they can't seem to find their own moment to rest as well, and that's what keeps waking you up.
Scary.
Yeah. And as you're trying to, find your time to sleep, there are just a few instances where you close your eyes, and right as you're starting to kind of have that lucidity of visualizing the day that has happened, you also have that kind of moment where it feels liminal, where it's things that have happened, but at the same time they just feel altered by the dream state, by an ethereal presence. As maybe it's just, how you're trying to remember it. Maybe it's just that you're tired, but as you find yourself in the midst of decapitating the heads of the Red Wizards, you see these dark coiling shadows slithering through the alleyways of the town. Or when you're finding yourself staring up at the Dracohydra that was announcing herself as Tiamat, you saw 2 yellow moons staring at you in the sky. It just feels you're just unable to find that good rest, so you're only going to get a short rest for that.
Is it 2 yellow moons?
2 yellow moons.
Okay. Sounded important. I wanted to remember.
Okay. It's good to remember. Hi. Are you coming to join me? Okay. So with that, let's go to the brother Tarsius. How are you doing?
Probably went to bed with exhaustion, just because naturally that's gonna happen. But I would wake up really early and 5 more minutes, and then usually that would work and go back to sleep. But this time I'm actually awake. I'm like, no, I gotta get some rest. I gotta heal up. And as much as I try to, so instead of waking up at 9, I'm probably up by 6.
Okay.
And I'm just there for 2 hours, just get some sleep. Get some sleep. And it's not coming.
As you're basically laying there trying to will your body to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
you feel how exhausted you are. You are bone tired. But at the same time, your chest is tight and you feel the pounding of your heart as there's just residual adrenaline coursing through you. As you just want to fight. You just need to let it out. You need to break something. You feel like the walls are closing in on you, almost.
I'm gonna get up and go get breakfast.
Okay.
I'm gonna chew really, really angrily.
Okay. You do that. All right. Patience. How are we sleeping?
After talking with Addie for the few minutes that she did, she probably would have come up on the on the chair and probably had immediately fallen asleep. stayed there probably for a few hours and then probably end up jolting awake. And it's just like, knowing there is no way she's going to be going back to sleep, it would probably be like early hours in the morning.
Okay.
And
so roll me.
She was going to just pet Gren and she was going to move in front of the fireplace.
All right. Well, when you wake up on the chair, you will find Gren underneath, the lounger by the fire, as it has a shelf, so therefore he feels safe under it. But he's there, and he's just staring at the fireplace, and then his eyes just kind of drift up to the taxidermy dragon head above him, and he just kind of like tilts his head at it.
Mm-hmm. She'll probably like slide off the chair and then just like peek under to him. And is it a green?
Yeah, it's a green dragon.
Or
if you ask Miss Una, she'll tell you that it was her ex-husband.
Yeah, she'll just look at it and it's like, that's very unfortunate. But she's just gonna kind of look at it distastefully, just because it's like, I don't like that. And then
Gren's just staring at it.
Yeah, she'll just talk to him in like draconic like, yeah, it's kind of, I don't like that sort of thing, like putting dragons out like that. It's just weird.
His tail will start to wag.
Yeah, but she'll just kind of sit in front of the fire, and she's gonna, take her little bag of, and then pull out some parchment that she found in Lenonthon's list.
So parchment and the map.
And then it was a crystal or a jewel, right?
Right. So it's you have the map itself, and then there was a large kind of like diamond cut of a sapphire on top of it.
Yeah. Thank you, sapphire. I couldn't remember I knew it was a jewel. I just couldn't remember what kind it was. So yeah, and she's gonna just put that down, and then she's gonna just kind of like think to her, and then she's gonna just look back over at her. And she's just going to kind of casually pull the one book and just put it off to the side.
Right, okay.
And she's just going to kind of she's going to try to kind of like discern with the map first.
Oh, excuse me. It was not sapphire. It was tourmaline.
Normally. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had to double check my notes on that.
Yeah, she would just be kind of like looking over the map and stuff like that, seeing if there's anything that she can understand. If she can't really, she would plan on taking that over to Cordelia.
Okay.
Next.
All right, and how are you studying this map? Are you just looking at it just as is, or?
She's looking at it, and she's gonna look at it as is at first, and then and then just kind of like move the tourmaline piece around the map and see what that does.
Okay. So the map itself is of your immediate country that you're in, so it is a map of Termish, and it is gonna be as you saw it before, where you have, you move the tourmaline over it, and you put it back on the dragon's lair, and the first thing you see is the marking for the lair. Then it's written in Draconic, basically, to mark where Lenonthon's lair is. And then you move it kind of around that adjacent area, and then you see the tower itself.
Okay.
And then you see the words under it that I had the words for. That said transcend.
Transcend.
And it had the words transcend written in Draconic, and then there was also a glyph on that as well.
Okay. I don't know, by like Arcana, is she able to kind of decipher what type of glyph is it, or is it draconic magic in nature as well?
It's draconic in nature.
Okay.
But you can roll an Arcana check if you'd like.
Okay. I guess what she does next will determine this roll. Well, that's not bad. What's my Arcana total? Okay, dirty 20.
Okay.
Plus 4 go.
Alright, so you are able to discern that this is this is a glyph of some kind used, obviously, for magic. And you've seen, in a way, that the markings seem very similar to you. And it kind of leans more into conjuration. But you're not quite sure what the exact... Yeah, but you're not quite sure what that exact glyph would be.
Well, I guess she would be pretty much like writing her own little notes, like off to the side on a piece of parchment.
So, and then with that, I will say by 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
By 6 a.m. you will hear your walkie-talkie. As you will hear your father's voice come through. Your tiefling father. You just hear the very hushed whisper of, "Rosemary, are you there?"
Yes, I'm awake. And she doesn't sound tired. She's awake.
Oh, you're awake. That's okay. Right.
Yeah, I was
well,
trying to sleep after. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. And Your father told me the conversation you had. I snuck downstairs before anyone woke up so I could steal the rock. So. Are you okay?
What did he tell you exactly?
I would like you to tell me you're okay.
I'm fine. I'm man.
You paused. Are you sure you're fine? Do I need to come get you?
No, you don't need to come get me.
I can triangulate a planar shift. I can get there right now.
Blink twice if you need help.
Papa, I'm fine. I'm just frustrated.
Look, I want to respect his decision that you are, old enough to make your own decisions, but I feel like this is a lot. And if you're not okay, I would just like for you to tell me. What?
Managing.
That doesn't
She's
reassure
saying
me.
that as she's just like writing down like the notes.
Are you going to want to tell me what happened, or?
Do you want the details?
Well, can you tell me what you're drawing right now?
I'm not drawing anything right now. I'm writing down some information.
No, I'm gonna need you to make me that wisdom save, I believe is what it is. He's scrying you. He's gonna scry you.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you're probably gonna fail this because he knows you a little too well.
It is a dirty 20 that she got on her scry. I mean, on her wisdom save.
Okay.
But knowing Cole's fucking
so you're not
wisdom
the minus
is...
10 from that.
So a 10.
Right. So.
Fuck.
You didn't think he was gonna keep a piece of your hair on him at all time? You're funny.
Hair, baby tooth.
That is maybe baby teeth. Yeah, baby teeth.
You know what? I can already imagine another.
I feel like the modifier should be even lower because Cole would be like, "I fucking made you." So,
Yeah, and her just being like, when she hears like the stutter, it's like, are you scrying me right now?
what are you writing? What's that? Is that a map?
You just see her roll up the map, just kind of.
I just want to make sure that you're in one piece and you're unharmed. Is that too much to ask?
I am about to counter this spell.
All right, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you can figure out what kind of glyph that is that you're drawing anyway. You're smart enough.
What kind of glyph is it?
Well, if you're going to counterspell me, then I don't have to tell you. You obviously know it.
No. You obviously know what you're talking about. And I would like a little bit of information.
Well, I guess if you want to talk to me, I
She's
might be able to
literally about
help.
to pull something that you might not like, but we'll see.
God. Well, it's a little different, but it shares similarities to that of a teleportation circle.
Okay. So, her opening up the map again and looking at it's like, so is this where the teleportation circle is, or do we have to make said teleportation circle?
Well, that depends. Where did you find it?
Where is it at? Where is, I guess, the circle at on the map?
Where did you find the map?
We found it in a blue dragon's lair. Oh, the big circle down there. Oh, we have to go back there to get. I see her just in there going, oh.
I'm going to hope that the blue dragon is dead.
Oh yeah, we took care of it. Hawk took care of it for the most part. I think everybody took care of it for the most part. Hawk didn't care for him. He tried to play like he was a normal person, but he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, as that happens.
And then we got back to town, and everything went to hell in a handbasket.
I'm going to do myself a favor and not ask for details. But because you are speaking to me right now, and you are unscathed, that is enough for me.
Her remembering that what happened that night, it's like, yeah, unscathed. I'm totally.
Right.
You're scrying on me, as you can see. I am fine.
Of course. Yes, you are. That's all I could ask for. Just please be careful. I know you value your freedom, and I should respect that. Because eventually you are going to be a very powerful and accomplished sorcerer of your own regards. But I can't help but worry.
I mean, I'm independent. I had to be a little bit independent, so.
I know, but I was 27 when I went through my first Armageddon, and you're only 9. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be out in the woods playing with other kids your age. But that was taken from you, so.
And I don't want anyone else to be, 3 years old in my shoes and get taken by a dragon. So.
Right. I understand. As you can just hear, like, the tension in his voice. Like, you know that he's, like, clenching every bit of himself right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just see her go. Pop, I have a question. Do you, by any chance, happen to know how to counter dragon magic?
You broke up a little bit there. What?
Do you happen to know any way of being able to counter dragon magic?
Well, I would assume that depends on the nature of it, but dragon magic, if it's a spell, then I figure it's within the nature of spells to, have the same forms of countering and dispelling, but if it's something that's innate, that's not something that our magic as we know it can handle. Why?
Curious.
Well, there has to be a reason for your curiosity.
Well, we've been dealing... When we dealt with the blue dragon, it did use magic, and I couldn't counter it.
Well, what was he doing?
I vaguely cannot remember what it was off the top of my head, but it did. I'm assuming it was some form of lightning. I remember.
If I recall...
Forgive me, that was a few sessions ago.
Yeah, no, I slept since then.
Something
So I'm going to say it was either somewhere between his lair actions, where he was causing the lightning to channel between the stones, or it was his breath attack.
It wasn't.
But it was a lightning-related incident. This is why we need clips.
Yeah.
I need to go look through clips.
Clips the whole episode.
Yeah, it's a whole episode.
I'm I'm just not sure.
Well, I mean,
do a little bit of my own research. It's fine.
I mean, dragon magic is its own beast entirely. No pun intended. But I'm sure there are ways. There's always checks and balances for nature, as your, father says. Things have a reason, things have a means to an end. Nothing inherently lasts forever, so I'm sure there's something that can stop dragon magic.
I'm just going as a 9-year-old would do, just
Well,
But as she's listening to what Cole's saying, her eye is kind of just looking over to something like, yeah, I can do my...
Okay. Well, he's just gonna stop and just like, I need to go. I hear movement. I'm gonna get caught.
What would happen if you got caught?
You hear the sound on the other side as the door bangs open, and you hear Wes go, "Paul!" And there's just the muffled sounds of like fighting for the rock, and then it just goes away.
Uncle West, it's fine. He just wanted to say hi.
Okay, well he said hi, and now he gotta go to bed. Bye.
Oh, okay.
So that's what goes on for you. As now you have that information.
Okay.
So
She's
many.
gonna roll up the map and just be like, yeah. So she'll just look at Gren and just be like, well, I think I know where we need to go. So there's that.
Gren just like stares at you and just. Then he turns around to start licking himself. So
delightful.
Yep. We all process grief differently. Speaking of, hey, Hawk, how have you slept?
Speaking of processing grief.
You're right.
Some people play the fiddle. This guy, what?
This guy does not know how to play any musical instruments. He had that one violin lesson, and it wasn't much of a lesson in playing the violin.
Okay.
He probably had his fair share to drink. And probably, like, at some point decided to retire to his broom.
Right, roll me a Constitution with disadvantage, since this is, like, your first time ever, like, really drinking.
Okay. Straight con or con save?
Con save.
Oh. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so the lower of the two was a 16.
Okay. Not... It could have been worse.
That's fair.
You're for sure feeling it, but you're not, like, 100% blacked out, yakking up everything in your stomach mess, so...
Fair. Yeah,
it could have been worse.
He probably drank until he just fell asleep. He probably didn't even remember falling asleep. He just did.
Probably not, and then you just miraculously wake up without a hangover.
I know exactly what that's like.
I bet you do.
You hear the grumbling in the background. What? Yeah, no. He would probably... Honestly, he'd probably just kind of lay there. Like... We don't really want to exist right now.
Right.
So, at whatever point, he probably woke up.
Okay.
And it's just... Like, he had to get Sense to, like, take his armor and stuff off, but...
I'd say probably around
laying
6,
there,
you just...
staring at the ceiling.
You become conscious around, like, I'd say 5:30, and then you're just staring at the ceiling till, like, 6 o'clock until you hear the sound of Tarsius' hooves kind of, like, making their way down.
Yeah, he'll... He'll kind of lay there for a few more minutes, and then, eventually I kind of start to stir and, like, get up and change clothes and...
Charge your way down.
No, he probably wouldn't leave the room yet. He's still kind of just like...
Yeah.
I just want to... I think the word wallow is probably a good word right now.
Got it.
He's
We're in
like,
a good wallow.
I don't know that I really want to people. I think part of it too is that, like, he knows he's gonna go downstairs, and if people from the town are still there and stuff, he's gonna have to talk to people and do all that, and he doesn't want to right now.
Got it. Okay. Alright. So, with that, Larkspur, how'd we sleep?
Fine.
Slept fine, like a baby?
Yeah, he slept fine.
Okay. Around what time do you see yourself getting up at?
Probably a little bit earlier than Hawk.
Okay. It's around 4:30 or so. 5 o'clock.
He'll like do his morning ritual prayer stuff. There's a hole in my shirt. That's sad.
Oh. Oh no. Living that priestly life already.
Right. Do all his usual bits, drink some water, have his bread, his bread, and
yeah, stale bread and water.
The stale bread and water, and he will kind of pack up his stuff and then walk to Hawk's door and knock on it.
Oh, so Hawk, you will get a knock on your door.
Heaving sigh. He'll.
Just hear the,
Oh, you don't want to talk to people?
Right. Yeah, the resignation.
Oh, I have a room for that.
And he'll get up and cross over to the door.
Oh, please, I have
and
a room.
open the door. Oh, there's a
You have a room?
I forgot I had a room for this. I was like, wait.
A private room.
We got a room.
I got a room. Got this. I made this
that?
like forever ago. All right, where the fuck is Hawk?
At the bar.
You know, that would have been smart. I could have just, instead of scrolling through my many NPCs, fuck this. Okay, grab you. Copy. Take you. Over here. Flap you. Right there. Bam. Bada boom. Here we are. Get in there. Bam. Look at that. As it is a brothel still, so you have very nice rooms. That is just spring eternal everywhere. So. So Lark, you enter the abode, and there's Hawk standing there. He could look worse. His eyes are bloodshot to shit, obviously, either from crying, drinking, not sleeping, one of the two. Or 3 or 4 things that are going on in his life.
Hawk, I say this with all the respect I can muster, but you look like shit.
Good morning to you, too.
Morning. He'll nod. I just wanted to see if you want to talk about what had happened.
I was like, this is exactly what I didn't want to do today.
If not, you can always write it.
Hawk's gonna think about that really hard for a second. And he's gonna like take a breath in and then just like just talking is fine.
Are you sure? You know I don't mind.
I clearly this is your profession.
Yes, and the body and mind are connected quite well.
I still don't. Again, after the one little incident with the bank, I don't really have any desire to do that to you. Even though I know you're offering and I'm not asking, but I'd rather not have you get all sick. It's kind of crap. But we can talk, I guess.
Lark will just kind of nod, but you can kind of tell he looks annoyed.
Oh.
Very well.
Let me do my practices.
How dare you?
This is refreshing.
Yeah. How dare you?
Whoops.
Oh.
You're good.
Oh, let me get comfortable now.
Oh, he's so comfortable.
Like,
goes
Lark was
to
like,
casually lean on the couch, falls into the flowers.
That's Grayson.
Wait, isn't that if he came up with a rose in his mouth? That's Grayson?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's Gentil.
Oh, fair.
Grayson would just wind up ass up in the bouquet of flowers.
And they would happen to be
help me,
roses
I'm
because.
stuck in this bouquet of flowers.
Because sword.
And then Dis would just be like, I always knew you were a thorny prick, but here we are.
I'll be like, yeah, come in. He just walked by me. All right, yeah, come in.
Yeah, he just walked in like he owned the place.
Hawk will close the door back. And he's just gonna like take a deep breath. So
is there alcohol in the room?
Yeah, there's a little like what you call it thing over there.
Mini bar.
A decanter?
Yeah, that too. I can't remember the name of the actual furniture piece, but you know, like those furniture pieces that have like the drinks, like the little glasses in it and stuff, and all that.
Oh yeah, it's just a little mini bar.
Yeah, a little mini bar.
He'll just eyeball over to that, and then look back to Hawk. And
would you like
non-verbally judges, kind of?
Hawk, would you like something to drink?
You know what? Sure.
Oh.
Hawk, like my dad used to do this. Okay. He'd actually probably say that out loud. My dad used to do that.
What?
I think he said hair of the dog. I don't know.
Hair of the dog.
And Hawk will actually pour both of them a drink.
Oh.
Of whatever the fuck. He has no idea about what any of this really actually is or tastes like. Obviously, we were kind of just introduced to alcohol last night. So
roll me d6.
Okay. I was waiting for the roll me for this tastes like jet fuel. 2.
2? Okay, so you grab this very nice bottle. Like it's like this nice. It almost looks like sea glass with how the bottle is constructed, and it's like this nice like vibrant green hue with like, these intricate like silver lacings like kind of crossing like over it almost like a net. And when you pour the drinks out, it also has that green hue to it. As you have picked absinthe.
Ugh.
So when you drink it, it's going to have that licorice taste to it.
Awful. The worst.
Which, if you so chose, because, you know, Miss Una is a lady of class, she's not going to just provide a bottle of absinthe. She'll have, like, the little spoon, like, connected to the bottle. There's, like, a little like, bowl of sugar cubes and all that. Yeah.
Extra water.
She's got the whole apparatus.
Yeah, Hawk didn't know how to do that, so he'd probably, like...
enjoy the licorice.
Like, smell it and be like, oof.
Would you rather it be Midori? Just
No.
straight Midori?
Actually, I can't decide which of that is worse. Do we want licorice or melon? He'll look at it for a second and be like, I think you're supposed to like, and instead of putting it on the little drip thing and doing all the things, he's gonna like plunk a sugar cube into each glass.
Nice.
And then like dump some water in it. Like, I think that's how you do that.
Not gonna set it on fire.
It's probably too much absinthe and not enough water, but I don't think he cares.
He didn't even set it on fire. Look at that.
No. You want him to have
Tav is stressed right now.
It's just like, I think that's how you do it.
She's like, as an avid absinthe drinker, I'm upset.
He'll probably bring the bottle. Like, if did Lark sit on the sofa?
Is Lark sitting on the sofa?
He'll sit there.
Okay. It's like a cat. You just let him into the room and he just stands there staring at you.
He'll walk back over and just hand Lark the thing. He brought the bottle back over with him too. We'll probably sit
okay.
Like,
actually,
wherever.
he will stand. He will stand. He doesn't want to sit on any sofas in here.
She cleans.
He'll stand.
I don't know what this is. And he's gonna take a good sip of that and be like, gross. Licorice.
Lark will follow suit.
Will you also make a face when you drink it?
With his poison resistance, would that affect him at all?
roll me a con with advantage. I mean, it's only one drink, so it's whatever. But I would say, as far as, because how long ago have you taken this this vow of priesthood?
Probably 10 years.
So it's been a while since you've had anything alcoholic.
Yeah.
That isn't sacramental wine. So this is
con?
Okay. Yeah.
His highest one was a 19.
I mean, you're not going to get drunk off of one glass, but in the off chance that you decide to continue drinking this, you're going to be all right, because with your constant poisoning of yourself, your constitution just kind of, burns it up. But as far as taste goes, it's aggressive on your palate. It's just it's got the alcoholic taste, but there's just that licorice sweet aftertaste that follows after and just sits on your tongue. It's
okay, he won't make like the sour face. He'll make the face of like, oh, I'm disappointed. Yeah, exactly. Not the but the.
Like you are offended that you just drank this.
Yes.
This is what you woke up with a mini boar, and this is what you brought back? Okay, great.
Basically.
Hawk will be like, I don't know why people drink this, but okay. And he'll take another drink of it.
Mark will just watch. As he kind of swirls his glass and... Well... Go on, then.
I do...
I feel like when Hawk looks away, Lark's gonna just put the rest of the drink in the plants.
Plants don't deserve that.
The plants immediately just wilt.
Hawk is gonna be like, I don't know where to start. Do I just tell you what I think I did wrong? Minus the poison? Or...
It's up to you. I am just a simple listening ear. And I will forgive you for all of your sins on the behalf of the gods.
I appreciate it. You, let Tiamat know that I'm forgiven. Hawk will spend a few minutes kind of rattling off the little things he thinks he's done wrong. Like, oh, this one time I don't know. I poked a badger with a spoon. Or, I don't know. And just, I did all this. And then, he'll kind of unload a little about his family. And just be like, my dad liked to play both sides of things in public. He was always so, and this is as he's drinking. And drinking more.
Okay. Probably have to have you make a con save soon.
Great. And he'd be like, yeah, my dad used to sing my praises before I left and go out in public, and he'd be Mr. Proud Father, and he'd come home and lay into me about things. And then my mom never really helped me. She was busy taking care of herself, and I wouldn't have want them in my position, but it sucked. And then I had enough, and I left because I couldn't be here anymore, but I had to leave Helene because I was 19 and didn't know shit about shit, and I couldn't take care of her, but I left her here. And at this point, that might be the worst thing I ever did. And he'll just kind of sit there for a minute and finish his class. And I don't know. I guess I'm kind of feeling like it doesn't matter what I do now. My parents are gone. They're gone. And I know that thing swallowed up Helene, but I can't bring myself to think that it killed her because the fire, ice, acid, and whatever else breathing bitch queen is got plans for her, and I feel like no matter what I do, I'm going to lose her too.
Lark just kind of nods solemnly.
Go ahead and roll me that con save for me, Hawk.
Oh, that's a 24.
You're fueled more by regret than alcohol at this point.
Cool. He will top off that drink. And if Lark is still holding if he has drank any of it, Hawk will top it off.
Yeah, he'll continue.
We're like, it's not even watered down and there's no more sugar in it. It's just absinthe. Hawk gonna be like, so is that bad enough that it counts as you not enjoying it?
Are you talking about the alcohol or what you're telling me?
Yes. The alcohol. Like, I know you don't, like, do things for, like, pleasure, so, like...
It is punishing enough.
Hawkins is gonna take another long drink and, like, cringe. And be like, so what about you? You said to me that I don't know you. And that's fair. Huh?
You do not?
I don't. But you've been traveling with us now for, I can't say a while, because it's not been, like, terribly long. But anyway. But, like, what about you? Like, you have some issues with your hometown. Like, do you have a family? Do you have, like, what's... Share drinks.
All right. So we're sharing.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. So what and all would be going on with the rest of this conversation, I would say. Because, I mean, that's entirely up to y'all.
It's Hawk's turn to sit there and, like, swirl his glass, like, yeah. Sure.
What do we feel like sharing, Lark?
I don't have to tell you anything.
You don't, but, like, we all have, like, okay, so you do this for other people.
Yes.
You listen to people, you absolve them of their sins, you do whatever you do. But what about you? Who listens to you? Who do you talk to? Whose arm are you riding on? What's the deal?
I listen and talk to my God and myself, and that is all I need.
I kind of, but is your God responding to you directly? Like, you having an actual
what does it matter?
Like, huh?
What does it matter? Why do you care so much about me all of a sudden, huh?
It's not good to just bottle things up and hold on to them. Like, I mean, if you're talking to your God and having, like, a full conversation, like, don't you ever just need to, like have a sounding board, like, actually have someone to bounce ideas off of or talk things through with that, like, is going to talk back to you?
I don't need anyone.
That's
he's gonna kind of get into Hawk's face a bit, and get a little aggro.
Oh shit.
Hawk's gonna be like, look. He's gonna sit there and like look Lark dead in the eyes and be like, look. I'm not gonna tell you about yourself. Because I don't know. But what I do know is that being emotionally constipated piece of shit isn't good for anybody.
You say that, and yet you're the one who's traveling around trying to save the world with a bunch of children.
I didn't pick the kids. I didn't pick the kids. They were going places and doing things that I wanted to do, and so I'm here.
He's just the field trip chaperone.
Literally. At this point, now that Grayson's gone. Grayson was the adult now, and Hawk's the adult.
Which is terrifying.
Right.
Right. Hawk's like, I didn't pick this, it's just how it happened.
You could leave at any time. What have you got left, right? Your town's on fire, your family's dead.
Thanks. And yours is where?
Not too far off from yours, if you must know.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing. How hard was that?
It wasn't hard, it's just none of your business.
Ooh.
Can I not try to get to know you? Can I not try to just...
For what purpose? After
you are
all this is said and done, I am not going to be around anymore, so what is the point?
Okay, no one makes it out alive of anything. But, a friend?
I don't need friends.
That's not true either.
You're telling me what I need?
I'm telling you that you are choosing to be isolated and alone when there are people who would be willing to listen and be present, myself included, if you need them, and if you could allow yourself to just talk to somebody. Open up.
I don't understand why you want me to open up. It is not your problem. I don't know why you are so interested in everything that has to do with me. What do you want to know? Do you want to know my mother worked in a brothel? Do you want to know my father? The only time I ever saw him, he was hanging from the edge of a rope in the middle of town. Do you want to know about how my sister died and how it was my fault? Do you want to know I was excommunicated from my hometown and I plan to go back and watch it burn? He just kind of like throws his hands up in the air and just starts walking around the place. And then he walks straight back up to Hawk, grabs him by the collar, and yanks him down as much as he can because Hawk's tall.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd say get a room, but
Hawk's like, now how do you feel?
I feel like you are insufferable. And he's gonna smooch Hawk. Smooch.
wow.
Well then.
Hawk's like, okay. that's what it's.
It's 6 in the morning.
We're drinking absinthe at 6 o'clock in the morning. What?
Great coping
In
mechanism.
the morning.
Wow. Okay, so that happens.
Hawk's gonna stand there and just look at Lark for a second, like, what the fuck just happened?
Gonna release the collar and just be like, I am so sorry.
No.
I should probably go.
No. Wait, look.
We have room.
Wait. I'm sorry for egging you on. That was wrong. If y'all could hear the yawn that my dog just fucking made, it was horrible.
He worked hard.
It was like almost a howl. It was very dramatic.
Oh no.
Lynn got disconnected. No, Lynn.
No.
Well, now I gotta wait. Because it can't go on without lit.
Oh.
Um,
So that definitely happened.
that
Yeah.
definitely happened.
Tarsius, what are you having for breakfast?
Oh, probably some like eggs and bread. They have
Get you a nice eggs
potatoes.
Benny going.
Yeah.
Nice eggs
There's
Benny.
some potatoes, some potatoes.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All alone up here, just down here, just eating.
Well, Patience is there, so she'll probably join you at the bar in a minute.
Yeah.
Coloring or something.
Yeah, she's coloring them. Oh, hello.
Where did we leave?
Not coloring.
Okay, you smooched, and Hawk
Yeah.
apologized for egging you on.
Okay, cool.
So that happened.
I almost just closed this window. Okay.
Don't do that.
Right? I'm like, now I'm going to be the problem. Hawk's gonna like look at Lark like, did Lark like release him? Oh yeah, he said he was walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hawk would be like, whoa, wait.
Crap onto him, like, come back.
Slow down. And he's gonna like grab his shoulder, but like, and then be like, just hold the fucking, not phone. There's no phones, but
hold the rock.
hold the rock. What rock? First of all, do you feel better? Because you let a lot out just now. And that was very interesting to hear. And I have questions. Hawk is like sitting there and he's like, please don't stay. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Just like,
Hawk stands there looking like a very, antsy, like puppy dog eyes, just like, don't leave.
You can't do that and then run away. No.
You can't just, admit to premeditated murder, kiss a man, and then walk away.
It's like, there's a lot of fucking questions right here.
That's a very Tadric move.
Honestly.
Very Tadric move.
I can't decide what I have more questions about. You had a sister.
Yes.
What happened?
Well, she got sick, and I couldn't save her.
I'm going to readily assume that was before you became a cleric.
Yeah, I was about 17, 16, around that age. I didn't have birthdays, so I'm not entirely sure.
You don't have a birthday?
No, not that I'd know of, at least.
Right. Is that why you became a cleric?
I became a cleric to hide.
That's fair, I guess. So you. Am I allowed to ask more questions? Like, you did kind of get on me about being nosy, but I am kind of curious.
Just see him just inhale through his nose and sigh.
Hawk's like, great. So
That's not a no. He didn't say.
Like, here, have another drink. Sit on the sofa. Hey, come sit by me.
And sit on the sofa and share your trauma.
Right, we can trauma bonding in the brothel.
Oh, love that.
And sit there and be like, so, how old was your sister?
6, 7.
So, you have about the same age gap with your sister as I have with mine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I left when I was 19 and Helene was 9. So, give or take a couple years. So, do you have an arrangement set up for the burning of your town that goes along with the one that was done here? Because if you don't, obviously we know a guy, girl, being.
I'm going to be that guy.
Oh. Why? I mean, like, don't, like, just in earnest. Like, what? No judgment. I know you said you didn't like your hometown very much, but, like, you're gonna burn the whole place down?
I'll give the townspeople a warning. Whether they choose to take that opportunity or not is not my concern.
Oh.
But I do intend to poison the entire clergy, and then myself afterwards.
Why? Not the clergy. Well, maybe the clergy. Why the clergy?
They're terrible people. I was on the street my entire life. My mother worked in the brothel, and we didn't have a really good bond, you could say. My father was a traveler, and I had never met him. But he did wind up dying at the hands of the church, and when my sister got sick, I took her to the church for healing, and they turned me away because I ran with a gang. And then my sister died. Soon after, I was kicked out of the town by the church on some petty criminal charge that I'm pretty sure they planted. But it was after that I decided to become a healer for the people that the church back home didn't want to heal.
Yeah, I have 2 thoughts for that. 1, fuck those guys. Do you need someone to hold a match? 2.
He kind of smirks at that. He's just like, huh.
2, that's... I admire that. You are showing what a cleric should be. It shouldn't matter who you are, where you're from, whatever it is. Like, people who need help need help.
I agree.
And the fact that you've chosen to help those who are so often turned away is admirable. That's good.
I'm still the criminal, Hawk.
That is fair.
I murdered a man in the last town we were in.
Here?
Was it here when I killed that guy?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
You were actually at the brothel.
Yeah.
And the backwoods.
Wait, was that the guy you went to talk to? The one that was dead walking around the city?
Oh, he was back. I didn't know this.
Yeah, it was noted that the priest that you had killed was among some of the shambling undead that were disposed of.
Well, sorry, I had to have added to that count.
You don't owe me an apology, and I don't think you owe one to him either.
He didn't technically do anything wrong except everything that involves the church that I absolutely despise, and even his affiliation is something I couldn't let continue.
Oh, I mean, you could always ask him. I'm sure he did something.
No, it's fine. I'm...
That's fair. And to your point about being a criminal, that's... I'd like to be cliche and tell you that no one's perfect, but... Yes. But you've done what you've done at some points to take care of yourself, I'm sure. And you're trying to do right by other people. Like, it's not all black and white.
Hawk, I'm trying to do right by myself.
And you should.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not a good person. I don't try to be. I do what I feel like is necessary because when my time comes, it'll be the biggest sin I've ever committed. At least before I do so, I could help people beforehand.
So that's what it is. You do the things you do, and you bless you. And the whole bland food, all of that is you. What is the word I want? Like repenting ahead of time.
That's a good way to put it, yes. There's a reason why my chosen god is the god of the downtrodden and fucked over.
It's very apropos. Congratulations, that's the only 2 words that Hawk knows in Elvish.
But meanwhile, Lark has been just downing his drinks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need con saves from you both.
I'm like, yeah. Okay. Hawk is literally like, as soon as that glass gets low, it's getting topped off.
And you'll eventually finish the bottle at that point.
Cool.
Oh, whoops. Just one con, or 2, or
yeah. Let's just do it. Let's just do a whole con for the entire thing.
I got a nat 1.
Oh boy.
So Lark, you're gonna get drunk.
+2 is a 3.
You're gonna get wasted.
Okay, great. He's feeling great. He hasn't had alcohol in 10 years, and he's just downing it because he's sharing feelings.
We're gonna call that high elf wasted.
Okay, cool.
And that's okay because Hawk didn't do much better. That was a 9.
So you guys are sharing your feelings. You're getting drunk. 6 a.m. Everybody else is going downstairs for breakfast. You guys are just on the floor talking about your suicide pacts and what have you.
Oh my god! Playing on the rug, like.
I mean, at 6 a.m., I'm pretty sure the other side of the world, it's 5 a.m.
Exactly, it's fine.
PM,
5 somewhere.
It's 5 It's 5 o'clock in Thay.
Right.
It never says if it needs to be 5 or 5 p.m.
That is true. It's 5 o'clock.
It just says 5 o'clock.
If we're going by military time, it is past 5 o'clock.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right, so you guys are getting drunk. Yes.
I will add, Lark is kind of really relaxing with his drunkenness.
Okay.
And he's drinking things that he hasn't had in a long time, and he's letting out all these feelings, and He will kind of cozy up next to Hawk.
Oh,
if he gets allowed.
Yeah, he's getting cuddly. He's a cuddly drunk.
Hawk's about it. Hawk's like, yes, come, my friend, come.
So,
Hawk's like, yeah, I need a cuddle too, please.
I'm also going to say it depends if Hawk's cool with it. They're gonna fade to black.
Okay, that's what's going on in that room in that morning. So we're gonna let that happen.
Okay.
You guys decide the details of that. We're gonna go back to the rest of the tavern.
Man, these eggs are so good.
Those egg bennies are just so killer.
These potatoes
so
are
Cordelia,
huge.
They're magically good.
So Cordelia, you would be coming downstairs around what time?
Probably around 7.
Let me get rid of these guys. They're gone. So Tarsius,
between 6:30 and 7 around.
Oh, where's the big boy?
I'm next to Mrs.
Oh, there he is. All right. So would you be sitting at a table or a bar?
Table, because that's where I was last time. So
okay,
comfier.
All right. So we got Cordy. We got. Looks like Ollie's
Cordy,
there. This guy.
First thing that Cordelia will do is go straight to the bar.
Okay.
She hasn't changed.
So you're still wearing everything. You're still covered in dried blood.
Yes.
Got it.
She removed her coat and all that stuff when she tried to sleep, and then she just woke up and just kind of mindlessly put everything back together without getting it cleaned or whatnot.
So Tarsius, because you have you've got a radar for whenever your sister enters a room.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that sibling telepathic link.
Yep.
You see that she comes downstairs and she's still wearing everything that she wore yesterday. She didn't clean it off. It's all as is. And she goes to the bar.
But because she's underage and she knows it, she goes like this.
Put you there.
Chalky milk, please.
Pavel just kind of like looks at you and it's just like, I'm sure that with a crisis on hand, we could make exceptions if you need it.
Hey, I'm not of age. Chalky milk, please.
All right, so fair enough. And he's gonna, and he'll start like trying to make the chalky milk, and then Una's at the bar, and she's just like telling him how she's a backseat bartending. She's like, "Honey, you gotta heat the cream." I'll do it. And she just gets over the counter, like she just like slides over the counter and just like starts helping him make it.
Not even go to like the back door and go into the door. Just go. Whoop.
Yeah, just
that what she just did.
Yep. Just slides right over the bar. Just helps him make it, and then you have a nice cup of chalky milk.
Yeah. She'll take a sip and then pass it around.
It is the best. Because
steak.
I would like to believe that Miss Una's version of chalky milk is French style hot chocolate, where it's just that thick, delicious, like melted chocolate with the cream on it. So
nice.
That's what you get. You take a couple to your table.
Our snake's poisonous chalky.
You all have chalky milk mustaches.
Yeah, just take a sip and then go like this.
Yep.
And then go back to her, and then go like this.
Your snakes, all 27 of them are very appreciative of that chalky milk, as the warmth of it really like kind of like helps them uncoil.
If somebody calls her, she's gonna turn around, and all of them have that chocolate mustache.
All right. I will say, you will have, you won't have somebody call you, but you'll feel something brush against the ankle of your boot. I need to put her right here. And when you look down, you see that it is a ball of yarn that kind of like got away from Mrs. Bolts, the seamstress.
I will get up, still holding the chocolate, the mug that I have, and I'll grab the yarn.
Okay.
And follow it, I guess, and give it back.
All right. As you follow the yarn, you find Mrs. Bolts at the table as she had some knitting in front of her, and she just kind of like looks up from what she's doing. It's just like, "Oh, thank you, my dear. Just got away from me."
They're the best escape artists.
Such a lovely girl. I don't know if you hear this often, but feel free to tell me I'm out of line for saying this, but you have such lovely hair.
As soon as she said that, she forgot that her hair, she's not hooded, and immediately just said, thanks.
And she'll
I don't want
she
to
won't
scare the people. I promise I don't. I have not petrified anybody of my own knowledge, at least.
I mean, why not?
I can't seem to do it. I think, well, as far as I remember, I don't have the Medusa curse, as what they called it.
That seems rather uncommon, don't you think?
Yes, but that doesn't stop the people from being scared of it. They
So
see me, they just shoot an arrow.
Well, what happened to make you uncursed?
I'm not entirely sure. To be honest, I was told there was a book involved and a nuke, whatever that means.
That's Uncle West calls it the microwave.
The microwave. So ever since then, I do like to read books, but every time I do read a book, I say a little prayer before I open it.
Well, I can see why that might cause some anxiety.
Where's this knitting lady?
Oh, she's right over here. Right here at this table.
Okay, yeah.
So you followed her over, followed the trail of yarn as you're holding the ball out to her, but she is still holding on to what looks to be a scarf that she's knitting.
Oh.
She just kind of gives like a little like thoughtful, well, that is fair. You do want to be careful of strange books lying around, left deposited in places that they weren't before.
Yeah, I didn't really witness it, or at least I was a baby, as far as I know, with that situation. Apparently, there was a book on the ground. Somebody picked it up. They thought they can get power on it. I guess I'm not sure what really happened.
Well, it's such a shame that you've lost such an, blessing of yours.
It's been a curse, as far as I know, I guess.
Curse to who, though?
She'll just shrug her shoulders.
Who says that it's a curse? What makes a curse? Like, who's... A curse is something that punishes. Were you being punished? Or was it made to punish others?
I'm not sure.
What do you think?
I want to say I was born with it, then I guess it was a gift. I don't know.
Right, it was a gift from your mother. And then it was taken away.
Oh, I guess so. I'm adopted. Though the parents that adopted me did care for me like I was a normal person. Snakes or not.
Well, and you say people are scared of you.
Yeah, that's why I hide my snakes normally.
It's always the ones with the prettiest scales that are the most dangerous. Right?
Makes sense.
Cordelia, I would like for you to roll me an insight.
Oh, I'm proficient with it. But that roll is not proficient. That's an 11.
I mean, you know. You don't know Mrs. Bolts very well, so you're not quite sure if this is characteristic of her. But this is certainly an interesting conversation that you're having.
You have a lot of insight to
I'm very old.
like maybe me, I guess. Have you met one?
Well, I'm just very old, and I've been around the world a few times. You kind of pick up a few stories here and there.
Cordelia's gonna get a little bit kind of uncomfortable, but also intrigued with the conversation because first, stranger danger. But second, she doesn't. She has a lot of knowledge, I guess. But one of the snakes, maybe cinnamon roll, will come out and kind of like surveying the room, looking for my brother.
Well, and you do see your brother. He's hunkered down where he is. Scarfing down his breakfast buffet. You see Patience over by the fireplace as it looks like she's studying some paper.
Okay. Then, my snake cinnamon roll will bop me on the shoulder and point that way.
Okay.
Towards Tarsius, and I was like, I'm sorry to end this conversation maybe early, but I would like to talk to my brother and have breakfast with him.
Oh, of course. Before you go, though, and you feel the yarn ball in your hand start to shift as it's now cold to the touch, and it feels as say you would if you were touching your hair. Okay. And you feel these muscly coils grip around your wrist, and when you look down, you see these black snakes holding onto your hand as they lead all the way back to the scarf that this woman is knitting, and the scarf is also made of these black snakes, as it's just writhing and hissing.
Cordelia's like going like this, like looking down at that, look around
and
the room.
And Mrs. Bolts will just like raise a finger to her lips. Don't scream.
Oops, all snakes.
It makes me hungry. You seem very tired. That's why I'm able to talk to you as is now. I feel as if, well, I was asked if I could give some insight to you. You seem to have attracted the liking of a friend of mine. Just think that it's not fair for those in higher planes to meddle with what's natural. So let me leave you with a gift. And as she says that, you feel the snakes coil up your arm, and you feel the snakes on your head start to kind of get tense and a little bit on edge as they start to like all do their little S shapes like they're ready to strike.
Yeah.
And then they stop. And then the coils let go of you. As Mrs. Bolts now takes your hands in hers and holds them together, and her hands are cold.
Yeah. Like uncomfortably cold?
Like reptilian cold.
Oh, so it's like home.
Yeah, basically. Her hands feel like yours. Like when you normally grasp other people's hands, you feel how warm they are. But she feels it's kind of like you're holding your own hand in a way.
Okay.
What I'm waiting for is not the coming of Tiamat. They think that what I want is what she wants. That is not it.
Is she still speaking in common? Or is this...
No, actually.
Oh, and I'm understanding it.
Yes, you are. It's a little bit more, how do I say? Como City say more. It feels, like a language you know.
Which one?
The very snaky one. One moment. Show. She is speaking in... What languages do you know, Cordelia?
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Minotaur. Abyssal, Common, Draconic is from my
right
racial stuff.
So she would be speaking to you in Abyssal.
Okay then.
Yes.
That's my my interview voice, if you will.
Your interview voice, got it. When you're as old as me, the end of the world happens once a week. Know that what waits for you ahead. Try to keep your head on.
I would like to keep my head on.
And then she lets go of your hands and resumes her knitting. And when her knitting is resumed, you see Mrs. Boltz just sitting there knitting with her. It's a nice, soft pink scarf. She's just sitting there, and she looks up at you. Oh, did that get away from me? Thank you. And she takes the ball of yarn that's still in your hands and sets it on her lap. I appreciate it.
I'm looking at her, and then I'm looking at the yarn, and then I'm looking at the whole, I guess, tavern. What do you call this whole room?
As it feels like you didn't think that all the noise in the tavern had ceased, but all of a sudden it just resumes, and it like startles you awake.
It's like everybody's just doing things normal. Nobody saw anything, kind of like
No,
that.
it's as if you just handed Mrs. Boltz her yarn, and that was all you did. And Tarsius, if you looked for your sister, that's all you saw was her retrieve a ball of yarn, hand it to Mrs. Boltz, and that was the interaction.
Oh, how nice. Nom 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 nom.
She's gonna start walking. She's gonna glance once or twice back to Mrs. Boltz, and then she's gonna make her way to Tarsius. But she's also holding her hair and kind of making sure they're all there.
All right, I just sent you a thing just to get you in on that. So, all right. All right, as Hawk and Larkspur are busy doing their thing.
I didn't react. You reacted.
Okay. So, patience as you will kind of take a moment to look up as you see Cordelia come downstairs. You see her retrieve some chalky milk from the bar, and you're like, chalky milk sounds good. You're muted, by the way. Just seeing the shit.
She's gonna make her way over to Cordelia and just hold out the map and the piece of tourmaline gun. You gotta go back.
As Patience will indicate to the map where you guys were at the dragon's lair.
Yeah, we gotta go back.
So,
I'm gonna go back.
Because that's... Yeah, and she'll point to the sigil and just be like, that right there, that was the big thing that was on the ground, and that's gonna take us to our destination.
I will look at the map then. I guess by this time I'm at the table where Tarsius is now too.
okay.
Yeah,
Unless you all go to the table.
Patience would just... Yeah, Patience would drop off the map. Yeah, just...
It's Tarsius. You will feel a nose nudge into your knee, and you're going to see Gren right there, staring at you.
Oh, hey. Pick up Gren, put him on the table.
And he's staring at you, and then he's staring at your food, and he's staring at you. And you see, like, his mouth start to drool.
I can get you food, Gren, it's fine.
And he starts mouth breathing, just...
Am I allowed to feed? I know sometimes babies have, like, special diets and stuff, so, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to feed them.
Yes, he has.
He
I've
starts
been giving him a lot.
leaning towards your plate. He's
No.
He's like reaching a little like clawed hand out.
Yep, she'll just kind of grab him and pull him back.
Oh,
That's not yours. We can get you food. And she's telling him all of this in Draconic. Miss Una, do you have any type of seafood? She's just gonna call out.
Hun, it is 6:30 in the morning and you want fish?
It can be raw, it's for him. And she's gonna hold up Gren.
Oh, look at the baby boy. And Papa's just like, I think there might be a cured salmon in the larder. And she's like, oh, right, for your lox and bagel. Oh, all right, let's go get them.
Lox?
He's weird. He likes to eat fish on his bagels. Oh, look at the moose.
Oh.
Look at the majestic moose. Make all the female mooses go wah.
Wah. No.
No, but...
No.
Even, but yeah, no, even Patience would be like, I'll take some with a bagel, please.
All right, okay, your funeral. It's like, do you want them with or without the little green balls? And you hear her husband go, capers. Whatever.
Capers.
All right, so they will get you a little plate of salmon, and you're gonna get your lox bagel with some capers on it, and you get to enjoy that. As a plate of fish is set in front of Gren, and he just starts hyperventilating more. You see him trying to reach for it.
He is going to slowly feed him so he doesn't get sick.
Okay, roll me animal handling.
Cool. Where's my die? That wasn't best, but... That's a solid 12.
Okay. So, you try to slowly feed him, and he nips your fingers the first time because he's impatient as all get out. And then he starts trying to like roll his way forward to like go under your hand to get to the plate. And he starts like making little squawking noises for it as his little backwards wings are just like flapping.
Yeah, and her just being like, when she sees him do that with his wings, it's like, and she's gonna look at Tarsius and Cordelia and be going, I am not being cruel with what I'm about to do. She is gonna take a piece of salmon and hold it up. No. On one hand, it seems like it's teasing. But she is wanting to get him to work on building up his muscle strength and his wings.
I'm gonna need you to roll his athletics for that.
Oh, his own athletics?
Yeah, use your Drake stats and just go based off of his go based off his strength.
Okay, let me get his Drake stats. Athletics. Okay, that's strength. Okay, we're not the worst.
Have y'all ever seen a fat raccoon jump for something? That's what you're about to see.
So that's a 16.
I mean, he's doing pretty decent. He's still a baby, so those wings aren't going to be working 100% yet, but you're getting him to work the wings as he's hopping up and down for the salmon. He can't quite reach it though. He's a little stubby. But I will say, just like that. Thank you, Jeremiah. As he's just hopping up and down for that fish.
Oh my gosh.
What does happen, however, is amid the grunts of him trying to jump for this fish, you hear in very I don't want to say awkward, but very almost like a toddler talking. You just hear him going, "Mine," just over and over.
I love it. That's his first word.
Yes, that is his first word.
Mine.
It's like mine.
Yeah, her just being like, can you say please?
Mine. And he just does a little grab.
You know what? Yeah, she'll just give it to him. It's like, you did good.
So, he's going to devour any and every fish that you give him, so.
Okay. As long as he's not eating it all at once and then promptly gets sick.
He'll sit under your chair once he's finished and just lay there. So, Hawk and Lark, how long are we staying in the abode? I'd ask you both to roll me Constitution, but we know where that's going.
We're already drunk. Look.
Jeez.
I don't know. I figure we would be there for a little while.
For a little while. All right, well.
However much time is needed when all this is happening, I guess.
Right, I was like, I'd ask you to roll con, but you guys have stupid cons, so like, we'll just leave that.
Recently, like anything worth doing is worth doing right. So.
All right, so as you guys are having breakfast and as they're upstairs having breakfast, Patience, you tell the table about what you discovered.
Yeah.
As you show the map, you use the tourmaline to like basically indicate the dragon's lair, and then the tower with like its word with the glyph on it. And like Ollie just kind of like watch it. He's like kind of like watching you guys talk as he's just like kind of like drinking his own like little like cup of tea.
Yeah. Patient's looking over at him, and it's like, I know you can't talk because situation, but that's what'll get us to the tower, right?
So he just kind of like leans over to look at it.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Gives you a thumbs up. Basically, be like, yeah, that'll do it.
Will it take us right into the tower?
No, he will shake his head no.
But it will take us near.
And he will nod yes.
Okay, I'll
he'll
take
just,
that.
like, he'll like kind of like wave his hand to like get your attention and just and he grabs his notepad and he starts to write on it, or he starts scribbling, and you'll see very not very nicely drawn. He's not the best artist, but you'll see the kind of like a crudely drawn tower, and he'll like have an arrow pointed to it that says tower, and then he's gonna have like some splotches in front, and then he's gonna point to that and he's gonna say town, and then he's gonna put a star in front that says that's basically the same marking as the sigil, so he'll show it to you.
Okay, so it'll take us into town.
He'll indicate it'll take you outside of town. There is a town sitting outside. There's a town that is near the tower, and then there's going to be the point where you're going to be teleporting in at, which is just outside of town.
Gotcha.
And then he's gonna like take his pencil and he's gonna just like draw like a bunch of lines around the tower, like the base of the tower, and then he's gonna kind of like point to it and spell out his handwriting is nice, by the way. It's better than his drawings, but he basically is gonna say that there's a labyrinth at the base of the tower.
Okay.
And he's gonna put like little squiggle lines over the labyrinth.
What's a She looks at the word and she's like, "What's a labyrinth?"
A labyrinth.
A labyrinth.
Maze.
Tarsius, you feel you feel that
like maze.
You feel like you're getting like these restless, like the restless leg feeling when you hear labyrinth.
Just oddly twitching randomly.
Yeah.
Drip maze.
Like there's and like you get the feeling like there's just like hot breath on like the nape of your neck, like somebody's like watching over you.
Kind of like as I'm eating food, going to say, I'm just gonna drown that with more food.
Tarsius is eating his feelings just to avoid any of that. But Patience poses the question: what is a labyrinth?
It's like a maze-like structure.
What is a labyrinth?
Tarsius answers you. Yeah.
There's multiple ways that you can like not get lost in one unless they're tricky ones or magical ones where like doors kind of switch around here and there, but generally you can like use chalk to like write down where you're going. Starts like grabbing a sheet of paper and then like all of a sudden, not intentionally, but like just all the information that is like embedded in his brain from birth comes out, and it becomes, this is my TED Talk. Well,
hi, welcome to my hyperfixation talk.
Yeah. There's this one method where you can just place your hand on the right wall and never leave your hand there, and then eventually you'll be able to find your way out of it. But that method doesn't seem to be true once you actually start involving gears and mechanisms such as revolving doors and such like that. So the most popular way is physically writing or carving something onto the walls or whatnot. At the end of the day, just don't get lost.
You hear in the back of your head, don't forget the pitfalls.
Oh, yeah, those are pitfalls. Pitfalls suck. But how they structure it very cleverly is just enough room for one person to go through. So when you fall, there is nothing else. Or there's things like invisible cubes in there that you kind of just walk into. Or on the other side, there's someone coming in and then the area behind you is all of a sudden just like stopped, so you had to like they run into you. It's very cruel.
It can be scary at times.
See her nod as she's like holding her open-faced bagel and just being like, Mr. Tarsius.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude.
Mm-hmm.
You lost me at putting your hand on the wall. As she takes a big bite of this Lark's bagel.
So 7 chapters ago. Okay, cool. Go back.
Backtracking.
He repeats every single word that he said.
By this point, I'd say Hawk and Lark are finished with their thing.
I'm gonna start talking about how I once used a maze in a Houses and Humans game. There were rare rabbits in there.
It was such a watertight maze that like your players almost rage quit.
Yeah,
and you're just like the answer was obviously right.
I was like, it's right there. I don't understand why you guys are
I don't know how you don't know how to count skulls. Like that's so easy.
It's right there. I mean, I literally got the puzzle from this book that said puzzle for 1-year-olds. I don't understand.
I didn't expect my players to not be able to do math.
Wouldn't a maze in Houses and Humans just be an IKEA shopping trip?
Oh
my Yes.
Yeah. There's always a Minotaur on the IKEA trips.
Or
He's
when
the
they
manager.
or they
Or
just
cornfields.
rearranged Walmart or something.
Oh God.
The Minotaur's trying to get them to sign up for the store credit card.
No, but you get 30% off.
Way to beat it is just go through the doors. You don't have to follow the arrows, even though they're so tempting to follow.
Patient says, "I'm just gonna clip through the walls."
Bethesda glitch, but
Alright, so Hawk, Lark, you
Yes.
guys have finished up, cleaned up, and if you so wish to make your way downstairs, you can. Yes.
Lark's gonna be getting dressed, and he'll just be like, "We will never speak of this again."
Yes.
Hawk's just gonna look at him and like give him like a half-ass smile. Like, Hawk is getting this. Like, just sit there and like, like smile.
A smirk.
God.
And just
Are
give him,
you
like, a
okay? The cat just jumped on the books and then promptly fell with the books.
look.
Beefed it.
He beefed it.
He ate shit on the ground, that's what he did.
Oh, baby.
Now he's embarrassed because he wanted to run away. And then I
No.
grabbed him.
He's like, no, I can't go anywhere.
No, you can't go anywhere.
boy.
You're here now. Look at you. You poor thing. Oh. Poor baby. Right.
So yeah, Hawk is probably just gonna look at Lark and like he's getting dressed, but he's got like that. Okay. Wink.
Lark's just gonna look at him and be like, "What? That's against my oath. I'm celibate."
Oh.
Is
I
that what we
mean,
call it?
one, you don't have to openly admit that you enjoyed that. Two, I mean, I feel like this qualifies as helping someone. And three, if you were really going to do what you're going to do, I live a little. I don't think you're going to face any sort of internal damnation for the carnal sin. He's funny rabbit ears that we just committed is I think going to very much pale in comparison to what you're going to do. So that's just, yeah. That's on shirt.
Lark's just gonna roll his eyes and just kind of walk over to him and just say, "You can call me by my real name, you know." He holds out his hand.
Father.
No. Please don't ever call me that again. He'll like hold out his hand.
Oh.
That's one way.
Ooh.
Hawk will take his hand and be like, all right.
He'll shake. He'll just like, it's like reintroducing. He'll shake his hand and be like, "You can call me Mercy."
Mercy.
Don't say that around people, please.
He'll put his hand over his heart. I would not. It stays. Motion between the two of them. Here. And if you'd like, we're on first name terms. Nicodemus, if you'd like. I don't care where you do that.
Just kind of nods. Perhaps we should get downstairs, Nicodemus.
He's like,
oh no!
It's like was it like Mufasa? Ooh. Nicodemus like, yes. I like this. Yes, because I've had plenty to drink and I'm hungry or something. That's you get it.
You know what they say is good for when you're not feeling well after drinking too much?
What?
Plain water and plain bread.
All right. This is my first time in this particular state of being. So, I'll give it a shot. Stop. Thank you.
And then Lark will just leave. Go get himself some water and bread.
Some thirsty work, that's for sure. All right.
Oh, Hawk's thirsty.
We know. Alright, put you guys down here. Bop! There you are. Right at the top. As you make your grand appearances.
Hawk for all the world.
And you'll see your party kind of like huddled around a table. You see Patience showing a map. And Tarsius looks like he is like in depth in a lecture.
No, like again, the walls might move, and sometimes then that method doesn't work. Also, the string method falls under the same exact execution as the wall on the hand method. Let's continue on.
If Tarsius looks like he's really heavy into that, Hawk is just gonna walk over to the bar and just like kind of like do this to Lark and go and sit down. Like, I don't know. If he's in the midst of that, okay, I have a question. Is Patience engaged, or is Patience's eyes glazed over again?
Her eyes are glazed over again.
Yeah. Hawk's like,
You talk too much, kids just start to shut down.
I'm too drunk for that. Okay. At the bar.
So you approach the bar. You take it all the way to the bar, where Pavel and Una are. And Una, as she, says good morning as you approach the bar, and then she stops, she double takes, and she like leans over the counter and looks at you, Hawk.
He's gonna like look. What?
Well, you gonna tell me?
I need more than that.
She looks at you, she looks at Lark, she looks back at you.
He just smiles.
Lark just walked off. He's just elsewhere.
Yeah. So Lark, you make your way over. Lark, your boy Ollie's over at the table too.
Oh, where's he at? He wants to be over there.
He's over with the group.
I'll walk over to Ollie.
Okay. Ollie will wave hi to you. Very happy to see you.
I'll go look at Una and be like, what makes
I smell
you think
absinthe and sin. What'd you do?
And sin.
And sin. Like, oh, that's a new talent. You'd think it'd get lost in the air here. This is a broth.
And you don't think I don't know what goes on in my own broth.
Are you trying to tell me that you were watching?
I was not. I am a lady, first of all.
Fair.
Discretion is key here. But the flowers are real chatty.
There are plenty of them.
It's southern gossip. You don't gossip, but you'll pray for them.
I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Oh god.
No. Aren't you precious?
It's somewhere in between. I'm gonna pray for you, and let me tell you something.
Oh, bless your heart. Hawk will look at her and be like, yes, 1, we did drink that bottle of absinthe. 2, that stuff's pretty foul. But it did the job.
Well, did you add the sugar cubes in the water, and did you light it on fire like the whole kit and caboodle?
Well, I don't know how to use the big contraption-y thing, so I just poured, he's gonna put, 3/4 of the glass of absinthe, and then I, chucked a sugar cube into each of them, and then poured that little bit of water on top.
She'll just slap you on the head with her fan. Like, you're paying for that.
Okay.
I understand. Well, I understand you're grieving, but what you did was a crime, so.
Hawk will take a couple of platinum out of his bag and be like, here.
Takes it, she puts it in her wallet.
Hawk will look at Pav and be like, she won't take my money for anything, but she'll take my money for preparing liquor wrong when I've never had a drink in my life.
I mean, I would have done the same.
Sure. He's gonna look at and be like, apparently we're in need of clean bread and water.
For your priest friend?
I've been told that it's a good cure-all. A good for my condition. Currently.
All right. And they will get you a nice pitcher of water. They'll get, and it's chilled, which is nice.
Mm.
And then just a nice board with some bread on it. And then there will be some bowls with butter and jam as well, if you so wish to imbibe, but you don't have to.
Hawk will take them because he's like, I'm not sold on this, and butter and jam is nice. Even though he knows Lark will not eat it. The option is there. Hawk will fit some and be like, thank you.
And then you have a white option, you have a wheat option, so.
Oh. Hawk's like, well. Hawk is like, Hawk could go and tear pieces of bread and throw it in the water.
You're fucking awful. You are fucking awful. I'm confiscating your character right fucking. I am confiscating your fucking character. You're done. You're done. Get out of my game.
And then not drink it.
I hate that.
No, he won't do that.
Ow.
Ow. That's horrible.
Ow.
Soggy bread is gross. Yeah, he'll sit there and winning smile at Pop and Una and be like, thank you. And just pick up the stuff and then walk it over to the table.
Okay. So Hawk sits down with a nice breadboard.
Next to Lark.
The
Here.
second Lark and Hawk get over the table, Patience is just pushing the map over to them, and it's like, Tarsius, I think they would very, very much be interested in the whole talk is, or how mazes work.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So back to point one.
As she takes a step back.
And I'm gonna look at them. Y'all smell funny.
Yeah.
Absinthe.
Why are you glowing?
Glowing.
Yeah, you both have like this glow. And your cheeks are smiling. Anyway, so, Maze. So, aka Labyrinth. And then I'm gonna go through the whole spiel again.
Garth is like, I'm too ace for this.
Yeah, Hawk is like he's going to sit there and very like attentively listen to Tarsius talk and eat probably
so you guys
a loaf of bread.
So you will be caught up to speed on everything, Patience's discovery, and what she learned and what her father had told her about, the glyphs and some dragon magic, and then Ollie will also kind of like show you his written notes and like also like write down and elaborate what needs to be said about Zonthal Tower, how it's basically nestled in a town that is also called Zonthal Tower. They're creative like that. And that the teleportation circle will take you outside of town.
Yeah, as she's walking back over to the fireplace to grab her bag, she's just like, "Yeah, we gotta go back."
Yeah, and the teleportation circle is in the dragon lair. So it'll be a 3-day walk back out to the dragon's lair, and from there, you guys can take the teleportation circle. Granted that you know the command word, which Patience should.
Transcend.
Very nice.
See? She can figure it out.
So, in which Ollie will write a note on his little notepad and basically just ask you all as he shows it, when do we leave?
Look, step back. I'm ready.
When we buy a mace. Sorry. That was a bonus.
Awful. Awful. Just for that, I'm making that maze a fucking cornfield, and you guys get to figure that out.
Ew, no, not a cornfield.
Just free food everywhere.
Gonna Jeepers Creepers y'all so fucking hard.
How about we don't?
I mean,
Jolly gee willikers, this sure is scary.
Never
You're
again.
welcome.
Never again.
No? I'll save
No.
that for Wednesday night so I can say it in Jemmy's voice.
Awful.
God.
Okay, so whenever y'all are ready to head out, you guys can collect yourselves, collect your things, and head out into town. And yes,
after the maybe the fourth time Tarsius was repeating the labyrinth speech and stuff, and I have calmed down a little bit, drank maybe 3 or 4 cups of chalky milk, is when I will realize I need a bath. So I'm gonna get ready. She'll immediately just run off.
All right, so you
clean herself real quick.
So everybody take your baths. Everybody get yourself nice and ready. As you guys finish your breakfast, check on your inventory, kind of mentally prepare yourself for what's to come.
Yep.
Quick question.
Yes.
Nothing happened to my snakes, right? They're all still 27 of them.
You still have 27 snakes?
Okay.
And they all like you're checking each one over as you're, in the bath, and they all seem fine. Just they're enjoying the attention, if anything. And as you're like going like 1 through 27, by the time you're like on number 10, number 9 starts to kind of like try to nose back into your hand because you're giving a little too much attention to number 10, and then 11's like, wait, it's my turn.
I don't have 27 hands, guys.
But David Hisselhoff wants his moment now.
He really does.
You can wait. It's Rattlehoff's turn first.
Rattlehoff. They're always getting at each other. So, as far as you can tell, your snakes seem fine, and it feels like nothing's really changed for you. But that moment still sits with you in a way. That kind of makes your bathwater start to feel a little bit too cold for your taste.
Okay.
So you just kind of like finish yourself up, get ready, and when you guys head out into Benatuan, you'll see that the fires have died down. There are still piles of dead kind of being prepared for funeral pyres, as well as like cleaning up all of the abominations of what was once townspeople of Benatuan. So you make your way through, you travel to... Let me get the map up. Find the map. There's the map. Bop, there you are. So starting your way in Benatuan right here, you'll start making your way southeast into the mountains as you'd done before for journeying to the Dragon's Lair. You now know the way. As you kind of make your trek, you take the appropriate breaks that you feel are necessary for you all. Is there anything anybody would want to do in the meantime during this travel? As there seems to be also an unspoken tension between two party members. You muted, said.
What are you talking about? They're fine.
As, you know.
They're just buddies.
They're not going to talk about it.
They're not going to talk about it. How does that make you feel, Hawk?
He's feeling lots of kinds of ways.
Right. Understandable.
I gotta know, is Hawk like bugging him the entire trip here?
He's trying not to, but he's also like...
There would have been that kind of somber quietness as you traveled out of town, Hawk. You kind of, if whether you look in that direction or not, you feel very aware of where your home is in all of this and what had happened there. But as you leave Benatuan behind and move into the mountainous terrain of Termish, of the Apron Mountains, I would say, it kind of starts to settle like kind of on the back burner as you're trying to focus ahead on what's to come. And whether or not if that priest is ahead of you, that's up to him, but you will make your way to the mountains. You will find the dragon's lair. You will still find the decaying corpse of said dragon as it had been left there. As you see that it is starting to get picked over by a lot of the gold scarabs that had remained in the cave. And then disgusting.
That's what he gets.
There it is.
DM, are there any paints here? Any paint sets?
Paints, that is the wrong thing I clicked. There you go. So, do me an investigation as you're all preparing for your teleportation.
15 plus nothing. 15.
Okay. So I will say yes. What you got? What? I heard a number.
Sorry, I was talking to John. Sorry.
Oh, okay, fine. Hi, John. So with the 15, hi. with the 15, I will say, yeah, you would find like you'll find like a small painter set, kind of like mixed among like a lot of like there'll be some books on like crafting, kind of hidden amongst the shelves, like in like a back corner, and you will find like a small little like a little acrylic set.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket it.
It's like your basic like 8-color set. So
4 minis.
Yes, patience.
So you said there's a few of those gold scarabs still running around.
There are, yes.
Are they akin to basically working like how the ones in the mummy are?
Yes, they are eating the corpse.
Patience is going to take one of her little jars out of her bag of holding, and she is going to meticulously like try to catch, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these.
You're gonna have to roll me a sleight of hand.
Think I'm proficient in that. No, I'm not, but let's hope I don't get a 1. Didn't get a 1, thank God. Okay, that's a 15.
So, you try your best. You are trying to like gather these into a jar, but they are just a little bit too fast for you as they keep like skittering out of sight or like under the skin of the dragon or into its carcass.
Like, oh my god, come on.
So
Hawk would also give the cave like a once over to see if there's anything else there that could be useful to them. But
there are, yeah, roll me an investigation. There are books, there's gold, there's dead bodies.
Oh shit, the books. I never thought about that.
That is...
I'll take any scrolls you find, thank you.
You already gathered all the scrolls.
18.
Oh yeah, that's right.
18. So, with an 18, Hugh, is there anything else that was not found that I remember? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I will say you will find 1 more potion of superior healing, just kind of like hidden, like kind of like amongst like the book. Like, you know how sometimes you crowd your bookshelf because you're just throwing things back and you don't really want to put a rhyme to reason to it for spoons. Like, you just kind of like see a glint of red and you kind of like push the books aside and you'll see like 1 potion kind of like hidden in the back of the shelf.
Oh, you said superior healing?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Cool.
But for the most part, everything seems pretty picked over, save for like odd magical knickknacks like the floating like gyroscopes and like the crystal balls and what have you that are like the size of like, you know, a beach ball. So as there is the teleportation circle as you know it, patience now, right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so when everybody's ready, we just go and stand in this, and then I say the magic.
Grant just kind of like snuffles it, and then he like slowly starts to squat as he looks at you.
Waiting for Lark.
Lark, are you joining?
Yeah. He's just kind of like,
I don't have to stand next to Hawk all of a sudden.
He comes in and Hawk's like...
Moves.
It's like he stands next to Hawk and then he realizes he's standing next to Hawk and he just like moves over to the other side.
yeah, precisely.
Hawk will sit there and just smile about it. Like,
Like, do we hold hands or?
What do I do now? Do we hold hands?
I think it should just take us straight to the other teleportation circle. So, and she's just gonna
Ollie.
casually and draconic say Oh yeah, I was gonna say, where's Ollie?
I forgot him. Hold on.
no.
That's who Lark moved to go and stand next to.
He'll hold Ollie's hand. Where the fuck are you, Ollie?
Ollie.
God
Ollie's
damn.
hand.
Ollie Oxenfree.
But yeah, she would
Oh,
just
there
be
you
kind
are.
of like just casually just say transcend in Draconic.
Shoot. All right, so you say transcend. The draconic runes start to kind of like glow and alight with magic as you kind of feel that staticky tingle of the conjuration magic activate into a teleportation circle. And next thing you guys know, you feel your stomachs go up into your ass.
Yep.
So you get that kind of weightless feeling as you guys just drop through.
That jerky
And-
feeling when you hit the ground floor on a elevator.
Yeah, basically. And when you feel your feet hit solid feet and hooves, because we're all inclusive here, feel solid surface again, you will find yourselves
Ooh.
at Zonthal's Tower, just outside, about right here on the main road. And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight, since we are right at 9:30. Show. Next time we pick up, you guys are entering Zonthal's Tower,
Nice.
which is named after Zonthal's Tower, which is right here in the middle. Go figure.
Wow.
Who knew?
Who fucking knew? That's just literally how it goes.
Like people like to name shit after themselves.
Wild stuff. There's a fun story about Zonthal Tower. Maybe you guys can do a history check later. It'll be fun. So.
Okie dokie.
All right, with that, so thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and we will pick this up in 2 weeks and see what awaits us in that labyrinth. So,
Yay.
all right, bye guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.